Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mayor Risser. We're here today to mark a somber occasion. November 20th is Transgender Day of Remembrance. During Transgender Awareness Week, transgender people and their allies raise the visibility of transgender people who all too often experience prejudice, discrimination, and violence. Joining me today are Lunenburg Councillors Jenni Birtles, Peter Mosher, Susan Sanford, Stephen Ernst, and Ed Halverson, as well as special guests Jenn Meister and Jakah MacDonald from Lunenburg Pride. I'm now going to read the proclamation. Whereas the Transgender Day of Remembrance, known as TDOR, is recognized annually on November 20th through Vigil and Solidarity, this November 20th, 2020, in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, we are raising the transgender flag to honor those who are no longer with us. And further be it resolved that the Transgender Day of Remembrance on Friday, November 20th, 2020, is set aside to memorialize those killed because of transphobia, hatred, and prejudice with respect to their gender identity. Originally organized by Gwendolyn Smith to honor the murder of Rita Hester on November 28, 1998, this event is held annually to focus awareness on the continued violence perpetrated against trans persons. According to the Human Rights Campaign, at least 34 transgender or gender non-conforming individuals, the majority of which are Black or from other marginalized communities, have been killed this year in North America alone. Rita Hester's murder, like most anti-transgender murder cases, has yet to be solved. While the Transgender Day of Remembrance allows us to mourn and offer our respects for those taken too early from our communities, Transgender Awareness Week, the week leading up to November 20th, draws our attention to the difficulties and challenges experienced by those in the trans community. It is through awareness that we can all continue to move forward to create a safer, more accepting, and positive society for all. We can also use this time to celebrate the progress that is being made in Nova Scotia and Canada to protect and further the rights of everyone, regardless of their gender identity. Furthermore, we are pleased to acknowledge the recent international successes of trans people in the attainment of various public offices. Diversity brings strength and resilience to our society and enriches the lives of all. Day of Remembrance publicly mourns and honors the lives of trans people who might otherwise be forgotten. Through Vigil, we express love and respect for people in the face of national indifference and hatred. Day of Remembrance reminds cisgender people that we are their sons, daughters, parents, friends, and lovers. Day of Remembrance gives our allies a chance to step forward with us and stand in vigil, memorializing those of us who died by anti-transgender violence. With greater awareness, we continue to move towards greater acceptance and inclusion for all trans and gender diverse individuals in our community. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor Risser, on behalf of Lunenburg Town Council, do hereby proclaim November 20th, 2020 as Transgender Day of Remembrance in the town of Lunenburg. Inclusion for all trans and gender diverse people in our community is an important facet of being a town where no one feels left out or left behind. But sympathy is not enough. We must all take responsibility for educating ourselves and guarding against even small prejudices. I ask all our citizens to be part of the solution so that we can continue our progressive journey toward becoming a fully inclusive community. Be kind to each other, and thank you.